welcome to another episode of
Curious
Curious Minds.
Minds.
My name is Clara and with me I have.
Prosper Suji.
Okay, so how was your week? Ours was great, honestly. It was beautiful. I think that was a week.
Was honestly
It
fantabulous.
was fantabulous. It was really, really, we enjoyed our week, to be honest. So today we are going into a different topic and we are going into the act of saying yes. That's our topic for today. And if you watched our last week episode, you will know that last week we talked on the act of saying no, and that would give you would tell you the reason why we are going into this topic today. Last week we talked about, if you haven't watched it, it would be really, really nice if you should go back
For a
and
better understanding for
exactly,
today's topic.
exactly, yes, exactly. But I'll give you like a bit of an hint into what to expect in today's episode. So last week we talked about the act of saying no, and we talked about the consequences of saying yes to everything. You understand? So especially when you need to say no in some certain situations. But all the same, we want to try to remind you today that saying yes isn't all that bad. You understand? There are some situations where you need to say yes to them and then you end up saying no to it. So that's what we are going to be talking about today, the act of saying yes. So Prosper, why do you think many people tend not to say yes to certain things? Why do you feel like some people say no to things where they are supposed to say yes to?
Okay, speaking for not everyone but myself, I would say most people tend to hold back on saying yes because of fear. Fear is basically the highlight of everything. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear of just everything is based on fear. Honestly, you understand? Somebody don't want to even try, just want to say no instead of saying yes. You understand? And you understand that saying yes can either be good or it's 50-50. Either make or marry. You understand? And saying yes not just to everything but to the right things can really go a long way. I feel like saying yes is very transformational. Yes, as someone, as a human being, do you understand? So saying yes is something that's powerful, but people tend to hold back because of fear of unknown, fear of failure. They don't want to fail. They don't able to see them as, I'm a failure kind of thing. Do you understand? But honestly, saying no is important than saying yes also. So I think that's why people tend to hold back on saying yes.
And most times people don't like taking risks. They feel like taking risks is it's just not. They don't like even going
I'm
there
saying
at all.
fear of the unnknown. They don't want to even know. They don't want to even taste it. They don't want to even take the risk or even taking a step to even maybe to even yield to what they expect or it won't. Do you understand? I feel like fear of failure is something to talk about enough. You understand? I feel like as human beings, but it's possible. Do you get? We're prone to easily getting afraid of the unknown. You understand? But then again, you never know till you try. Like we always say, you never know to take a step. So you can never actually know to actually say yes to the right things. Don't get me wrong. And for your own self, not just to please people. So that have to take me out now to when should we say yes? I would say when we should say yes should be, for me, I have these 3 rules. I say yes when it aligns with my goals. I say yes when it excites me, which challenges me. Do you understand? I feel like something challenges you or something that scares you, but it excites you. That deep down, I want to do this thing. Like even this podcast,
you see the outcome.
Do you understand? So I say yes to it. Even this podcast, for example, now when we got the offer, we were really prepared for it. Yes, we just said yes.
We were even afraid at some point.
Yeah, that we even the other day, my mom was telling him that we haven't missed an episode at all. Do you understand? So at first, we didn't even think about it. We just said yes. Do you understand? I still say yes when it aligns with my personal goals and values. I say when something that push me forward in life. You understand? I still say yes when opportunity comes but once. You understand? So I have these 3 rules. I say yes when it excites me, but challenges me. You understand? When it scares me, low key, but I know that this thing is something that I want to do deep down. Do you understand? But this podcast, for instance, go there for just once, and they really even think about it, really even ponder, think too much. You understand? I mean, they just said yes. I don't know what to do now, and it even helps me so many ways. Personally, that reduces my anxiety, that's made me more outspoken, just kind of thing. So I don't regret saying this yes, you understand? I also say yes when it aligns with personal goals and values, something that pushes me forward in life, you understand? I also say yes when it's something that comes once, like opportunity comes but once, you understand? I feel like saying yes in this is my own personal, I don't know about you or about anyone else, but saying yes to this 3 particular methods. So how about when did you say yes?
Okay, yes.
When people should say yes.
So honestly, when I say yes, anytime I feel like an opportunity comes and that opportunity would make me grow, because personal growth is very, very important. So I say yes when I know that this is going to make me grow in certain areas. It could be in my career, it could be in my studies, it could be just personally,
Personally,
my own personal journey. I just feel like I should say yes to it, especially when you're in a situation where you just need to like take the risks, especially for those now, like those our age that tend to go into business. Some of them they go into
yes.
different kind of business
Mm-hmm.
like jewelry business, they go into even books, selling journals, all those kind of things. Or you see them going into like lipstick, lip
Lip
gloss
gloss.
businesses and all of that. It was, I'm sure, like at the beginning they were obviously afraid of the outcome of it, because you just never know, especially when it comes to business. Business has a lot of
Because they don't know the
risks.
support you will
Exactly,
get,
the
the
support you
audience.
get and everything, and you don't know whether you're going to get customers or not. But they know that this stuff or the thing that they're doing is beneficial for them and
And after they
beneficial
took
for
the
their
most important
growth.
step, just saying yes. It's like, you didn't allow the
Exactly.
fear of the unknown or fear
No,
of failure get to them.
exactly, to to ridicule them or to bring them down. They actually said yes to it, because, and I'm sure they don't regret their decision, you understand, because even though at the beginning it can be discouraging, but in the long run, you know it starts
Things tend to come
boosting
out
and all
well.
of that. So yes, I just feel like when an opportunity comes and you feel like that opportunity will make you grow and to be
Share
beneficial
to
to
you
you,
and your
then
personal
of,
self.
of course you need to say yes to it. Embracing opportunities, that's
Building new things.
things, is
But
very
it's not
very
everything, the
important.
right things
Exactly, the
basically.
right things, you understand, because there are some opportunities that will come that are not actually opportunities. They
Yes.
come in the form of,
Just come based on asking how to
yes,
please
be
people. You
exactly.
understand?
So you need to be guided, especially when you need to say yes and when you need to say no to certain things. I also feel in the area of connections, of making friends, in the area of relationships, and I won't even go into, let's not even go into friendship or romantic relationship. Let's come into networking,
Networking.
gain connections with people. You need to say yes into to certain things. I'm sure a lot of people are afraid of meeting strangers. A lot of people have this fear of especially in the world that we are in now. A lot of people are afraid of meeting people that they do not know, because you never know the mind of people. But at the same time, taking risks. A lot of people that have connections, as we say now, is because they took the risks to actually go out there and network with them. They took
Or even
the
these content creators that we see. As even I
exactly.
knew.
Mm.
And the funny thing is I always started doing this TikTok during that COVID time, that lockdown time.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
I
when
always
it
started doing it, but
started
I was like,
boosting.
people will see me and find it cringe. What is this girl doing?
Honestly,
So, but most people that did started
yes.
TikTok 2020, look at them now. All
Mm,
the people that we know now, all the influencers we know now, they started somewhere because they said yes. They
exactly.
didn't think about the fear of the unknown, they didn't think about fear of failing. They're getting brand deals, they're getting flown out of the
Yes,
countries. You
honestly,
can
they're now
imagine influencing.
influencers and all of that, and it's really really nice. Connections. It's really really is fearful, to be honest, meeting new people, especially for people that have this introverted
Yeah,
behavior,
someone
that
is shy,
introverted, that are shy
easily
and all
gets
of that.
anxious.
But I just feel like we need to come out of our comfort zone. It's not everything we just need to like stay in one spot, stay in our comfort zone at all. There are times that we need to come out of our comfort zone and say
Yes.
yes to certain things. Say yes to building yourself, bringing yourself out of that one spot that you're in order for you to grow.
Even if it's not something that
Honestly,
aligns with your personal, not growth, but personal, maybe like career or
career,
something, just
exactly,
try. You
just
never
try
know.
it. You never know. Honestly, I've even met some people where they studied law, but then when they are coming out, they're into business. You understand, they are not,
Whilst you're doing the law too,
what
you
they're doing
understand?
is not in line with what they studied back in school. So it's just a matter of you and what will work for
Yeah.
you,
I feel like
honestly.
saying yes also has to do with you being open-minded. You
Yes,
understand?
be
And being
open-minded,
intentional.
exactly.
You understand? I feel like if you're open-minded, you know what you want. You
Mm,
understand? Being intentional. Don't just stand for anything. Stand for the right thing, not for anything.
mm,
Do you understand? Because I
honestly.
feel like some people will get all this wrong when we said, "Oh, protect your peace."
Yeah,
Set boundaries.
exactly,
Don't let
last week. No, no,
anybody
no,
enter
no.
you anyhow. Do you understand? That's not what we mean. That's why
Yeah.
we're making these episodes. The act
Mm.
of saying
In
yes,
order to
not
like,
for you to get it confused, for you to get it all
yes.
wrong. So saying yes is also as powerful as saying no. Just saying yes to the right things. I know what works for you best. I know what's actually beneficial to you. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. And you know that saying no isn't bad, to be honest, and at the same time saying yes isn't bad. Last week we dwelt more on the act of saying no,
Mhm.
saying no to things, saying no to this. But the thing is that saying yes is very very important in your growth journey. It's very very important, especially when you need to say yes. A lot of people tend to say no to things where they need to say yes to. You
Yeah.
understand? Just like last week when we are talking about people saying yes to things they need to say no
No
to.
to.
It's the
Mm-hmm.
same way people tend to say
Say no
no to
instead
things
of
they are
saying
supposed to
yes.
say yes to. And at the long run, they will end up
Give back a
regretting.
regret. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And it's that feeling of regret is not good at
So let me
all.
ask you, what do you
That
think? Is,
feeling
what do
of
you think is harder
regret.
to say? Saying no or saying yes?
I feel like it's saying yes. No. Oh my
I feel like
goodness.
saying no is
I feel
harder for
like
me. Oh.
saying no is actually harder than saying yes, to be honest. But to be honest, it's like a 50-50 kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest. You know that in some situations where you have to say yes to them, but because you're, like you said, because you're afraid of things, you actually say. I
Mm,
think fear is actually a factor
yeah. I mean, I feel like saying no
in
honestly because
both
me, I'm
of them.
someone that I'm sorry for cutting you. I'm someone
Mm,
that I read people's mood. I'm an what
mm,
they say they have empathy.
empath.
So by the time you know, I feel like I'm being mean to you. Do you
To
understand?
okay,
And then even if I can't, even
yes.
what you're asking me for is not even something I can do.
Mm,
Find the ways to just rally around and just do you understand?
mm.
But then again, I would not prioritize that over my own personal growth, personal
Growth,
values. Do you
yes.
understand? I might hurt you, but as I talk about saying no in a way that won't come out rude. You know, as we talk about that, if people saying no, instead of saying no, okay, yeah, instead of saying, oh, I can't do this, you say, oh, I wish I could, but I don't have right now. Do you understand?
Mm.
So I tend to use that method. So instead of telling you outrightly, oh, yes, something, can I use my iPhone to snap me? I would say, instead of saying no,
No.
I'll say, oh, I don't have storage.
Storage.
Do you understand? That
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Yes.
So I feel like, you know, saying no rather than saying yes rather than saying no,
Saying no.
honestly. But it all comes down to balance, all comes down to balance, and comes down to know what works for you best. Do you
Exactly.
understand? So
Yes.
it's just left
That's
to you
why I said
personally,
that
it's
it's
your
like a
personal
50-50 kind
decision.
of
Mm-hmm.
thing. That's why I said that it's a 50-50 kind of thing. A lot of people will find saying yes harder, while
Other
others will
fine
find saying
saying
no
no.
harder. So it's just like, oh, it's
But saying
based
yes
on
can be
you.
very, very draining,
Yes,
saying
saying
yes
yes
can be
can be very
very, very
draining,
I've been in that position
honestly.
so many times.
Yes, saying yes can
Can
be
be very,
very
very
draining. You
draining.
can actually get tired to some point,
It makes you
especially when you're
overwhelmed,
overwhelmed,
get
honestly.
drained, overwhelmed, and you find that you're pleasing people, start pleasing yourself, and you feel
Yes,
guilty after
honestly.
everything. But then you can't do anything because did that done already. You can't go back
Exactly, it
to.
has
I know
been done.
people when they say them yes, they will hold it like
Mm,
like they hold it like
especially the
when if like something
audit.
like the deed of
Exactly,
life,
and
like
it's oh no no
and
no.
it's very, very draining,
It's
honestly.
some people have
And
that
then they expect you to then
character.
keep doing more.
Exactly
You
for
understand?
them,
You
they
know,
expect
expect not
more.
to do less. Like okay, I gave you ask for 1K now, I give you 1,000 naira.
Mm,
Next week, you're expecting me to
give
give
you
you
a
2,000.
thousand again. Mm,
Do you understand? So it's really, really. So I say I prefer to say no,
different
honestly,
people.
than to say yes.
Yeah,
But it also comes down to personal preference. Do you
exactly.
understand?
True,
And
true.
this comes down to boundaries. If you ask me for 1K, I give it today. Tomorrow, oh, I don't have 1K. I
Mm,
have 500.
good,
Take this is the best I can do. Do you understand?
I also feel like in saying yes, so there should be boundaries. It's not every opportunities do come and they will always come. But the thing is that it's not every opportunity that you get you start saying yes to, because at some point you will get overwhelmed, like we said. You know, when okay, now let's say that in a workplace and you are given like a contract
Hmm.
today, and then another contract comes tomorrow.
More.
You're saying yes to every
I am someone
contract
that I
that is
can't
coming.
focus on two things at once, and I want to
Exactly.
do personal growth. She
Ex-
said, "Papa and class said that for personal growth. Okay, I'll do contract
You're
one,
not
contract two,
supposed to
and
do
three, and
that
then you
though.
know that
You will
somebody that
get
can focus, you
tired
get
and
tired, you get
overwhelmed.
drained, and you realize that the result of you putting into one, you're sharing
Yes.
into three
Three
different things, and then
exactly.
you now
And you
can't deliver. You
exactly the
understand?
right results you're supposed to bring out of them, you won't be
Mm-hmm.
able to bring them out.
Mm-hmm.
You end up bringing like a scattered work to
Yeah.
be scattered, and at the end of the day the contract
Even. Mm-hmm.
might not end up where you actually wanted it to end up in. So that's why I'm saying that it's not everything you should say yes to. It's good to say yes, but you need to watch how
You
or
said
what to
yes.
say
Mm-hmm.
yes to. Understand? So that's actually so yeah. I think that's all for today,
Yeah.
Rodria. And I really really hope that you take all that we've said into consideration. Saying yes is very very important, especially when you need to say yes to, especially when it comes to opportunities, your connections,
Personal
networking,
growth.
and your personal growth and personal journey. So, Prosper, do you have anything else you want to say?
I just said that saying yes is very powerful, but should be intentional. You know, say yes to the right things, just
Mm,
everything,
yeah,
and be bold in your yeses. You're saying yes, stand for that, and be wise
exactly.
in your no's. That's
Mm,
all I have to say. So let
exactly.
us know in the comment section what you're saying yes to this week. That challenge, that personal journey you want to do. Let us know what you're saying yes to this
The
week.
goals and everything.
And that'll be all for today. If you did our episode today, kindly follow us on social media platforms on Vero Radio Official on Facebook, Vero Radio on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. As we come your way next time, I remain your host, Pastor Suji, and my able host here.
Clara Jagede.
See you on the next episode.
Bye.